All right, we welcome you on this very windy day to the Byron Center High School Tennis Complex here for a first singles match between the Bulldogs of Byron Center and the Eagles of Grand Rapids Christian. My name is Shelley Nelson.
And I'm Randall Delmeyer.
And we're happy to bring this to you today. Today we have Addison DeVos playing for Byron Center. She's a senior.
And playing for Grand Rapids Christian for the Eagles, we have Natalie Portinga. Both are seniors this year, and ironically, this is the first year for both of them to play first singles.
Yeah.
Both of them are team captains. I saw Addison over there. Addie was actually doing the lineup for her team. She plans to continue her studies at Central Michigan University next year. She's going to be at Chippewa.
Yeah, pre-med.
Pre-med, yeah, that's what I hear. Natalie is undecided.
Okay.
But something very impressive with Natalie's career, high school tennis career, is the fact that she is the state second singles champ at Division III. She won the state tournament last year at second singles, so she's bumped up now to first singles here, but this should be quite a battle.
Yeah. Yeah, and Addison has 3 years of doubles under her belt, but this is her first year doing singles.
Yeah, as a freshman, she actually made varsity her freshman year playing fourth doubles. She and her partner Ellie Dunn that year, they made it to the state quarterfinals where they lost to East Grand Rapids, and I saw that match. They really had chances to win that match.
Yeah.
It was kind of a heartbreak for the team, but as a freshman, she was the only freshman on the team that year. And then at her sophomore year, she played with Kate Richards at second doubles, and they won the regional tournament that year at second doubles. Last year, she was a leader at the doubles lineup playing first doubles once again with Kate Richards, and she was recognized as an all-state athlete.
Yeah.
So both of these ladies have that recognition, the accolade, where they were recognized last year as state champions. So this year, Natalie from Grand Rapids Christian has lost only one match. She lost a match to Forest Hill Central the other night on Monday in 3 sets.
Okay.
So it was a tight one.
Yeah.
And last year as a team, the Grand Rapids Christian team actually finished in second place behind Forest Hills Northern, but ahead of Forest Hill Central.
Oh.
So Grand Rapids Christian actually had a little strong. They won by 1 point last year over Forest Hills Central, but lost to Forest Hills Northern. But the team of this team is actually a young team. They have 6 seniors this year. But talking to the coach, Andrew Rolls, from Grand Rapids Christian this year, he's got a young team.
Yeah.
Half of his squad are going to be freshmen and sophomores.
Okay.
The Byron team actually has a number of seniors this year as well, but we'll do a little lineup here so that we know that Addison here is playing first singles for Byron Center as a senior. Second singles is Sydney Boucher. She's on the next court over. She's a senior. We have a freshman playing third singles for the Bulldogs. Her name is Mallory Johnson. She's an athlete, plays volleyball, has tennis in her blood though. I mean, she comes from a family of tennis players. Her Aunt Sherry Ritz.
And she played varsity volleyball this year, didn't she?
She did.
Yes.
Her mom's a varsity volleyball coach.
Yep.
At four singles, we have an Italiana. We have Viola Benintendi, and she's a senior, I guess. And then we have another Italian exchange student playing first doubles with Casey Cutler. Julia Gulisano. We have at second doubles Leah Mire and Soraya Oko. Third doubles we have Natalie Rutgers and Maddie Fonisbeck, junior. Fourth doubles we have Jax Wilson and Emma Weakerchest as a junior. And then tonight we have fifth doubles and sixth doubles playing. Christina Ha and Jillian Vanderhorst are playing fifth doubles. And at sixth doubles, Juliet Botinaku and Ellie Shans are playing sixth doubles. That fifth doubles and that sixth doubles team the other night beat Forest Hills Northern.
Oh, wow.
That's huge.
Yeah.
The fact that our girls at fifth and sixth doubles were able to beat Forest Hills Northern because they're the defending state champions.
Yeah.
Division II.
You're right.
So the girls right now are warming up their serves. They're going to get started here soon.
Yeah, the wind's going to definitely be a factor today, so it'll be interesting to see how that changes their game.
Yeah, they've decided to do some more ground strokes, which isn't a bad idea, but usually they have a 5-minute warm-up.
Yeah.
They're supposed to warm up their ground strokes, hit some at the net, and then do some net play. With the wind like this, it's blowing. Look at that flag over there.
I would almost do some serving practice in this wind. Make sure you got your toss in check, because that's going to play a factor on your serve definitely today.
So Coach Crandall for the Byron Center team and Andy Ely for the Byron Center team, they've been coaching together for quite a few years. They have a tournament win, 2 indoor tournament wins this year as a team for these girls. And they were able to have an impressive win over Hudsonville, one of those tournaments.
Yeah.
And Jennison as well.
Yeah.
Addison actually lost to the Jennison girl in a tough tie break.
Oh, okay.
And she lost to Hudsonville, Forest Hills Northern, and Zeeland West, but she has wins against the Caledonia team, and her record's like around 3-4.
Okay. They have a tournament this weekend, I think, in Caledonia. Is that correct? Byron does?
I don't know. It's in their schedule.
Yeah, the Caledonia invite is this Saturday morning. So hopefully the weather's a little more cooperative this weekend.
Yeah. So anybody looking for action this weekend on Saturday, get out and support those Lady Dogs in Caledonia.
Saturday the 22nd, or the 20th of April.
So something else here about Natalie from the Grand Rapids Christian team, she also is really into the fine arts.
Oh.
She's in the choir and performs in the festivals and goes to those national performances that they have. It's nice to see these girls have other things besides tennis. Addison has a job.
Yeah.
Where did she say that she works?
She works at a restaurant, a Noble restaurant. It's a kind of a clean eat restaurant, and not far from Byron Center. And she does like expo work, getting the food orders together to get out to the customers.
She's a real social person, by the way. She gets along with everybody. In fact, she did sideline cheer, I believe, these last 2 years. She's just a really nice, positive, upbeat person. I know when she came on as a freshman, everybody really embraced her because she was kind of the fun personality on the team. But this will be a challenging year for her playing first singles. She had those 3 years playing doubles. And I know she played some really tough competition at first doubles, but that's still a big jump from first doubles to first singles.
Yeah, it is. It is. But, you know, as one of the few lineup rules in tennis is that your best player in your team has to play first singles. But then after that, it just has to fall in line. You know, your singles players have to have, you know, line up and challenged, and your singles and doubles teams.
So I know that there were some challenge matches with Sydney at second singles, Boucher, and then with that freshman Mallory at third, and the Italian at fourth singles. I know it was really close with that first and second and third singles. These girls really pushed each other, but Addison came out on top as the senior with the most experience playing the toughest competition. Sydney at second singles was a really tough player. She played fourth singles and third singles these last couple of years, and she just gets a lot of balls back. So I know that Addison, with that experience of playing doubles, was really able to exploit the weaknesses of her opponents in doubles with a really strong return.
Right.
And really going for that first return, whereas a singles player like Sydney at second singles, she played third and fourth.
Right.
Whereas there's more of a patience game to it. So
yeah, and we'll see once if the doubles experience really comes out as far as, you know, coming to the net and working that angle, and see what that does for Addison. She takes advantage of some of those moments.
Well, Natalie did win the Allegan Invite. It was first when they had that earlier in the season. And like I mentioned, she only has one loss on on the season, and that was in 3 sets just Monday night. So this is likely, I'm sure she didn't play yesterday, this is likely her first match back after that loss.
Yeah, and Allegan is a notorious tennis school.
They
for
actually
years.
They actually have some indoor courts.
Yeah, they for years have just always had such a strong program.
Are they Division 3 or Division 4?
I think they're 3.
Okay, and so that was important for her to have that win, being in Division 3.
Right, because that will go towards their regionals, or when they
Start
go into
seeding.
regionals and to do seeding and things like that. So.
This is a wonderful, just such a beautiful facility we have here. It's just a blessing to have all 12 courts here. We have our middle school over here to the right.
Yeah.
And now we're facing the new Nichols Intermediate building. But Andy Ely and Jared Crandall, our coaches, along with Kenny King at the time, who was coaching with the boys, they were really ones that were part of the process in designing.
Yeah.
They went to local courts like Holland Christian and South Christian, to East Grand Rapids, just to make sure that we had a really nice design. And one of the premier stadiums in the area, but also in the state.
Right.
We're going to be hosting the girls' state tournament this year.
We are.
Wow. I know that we were hosting the boys back in the fall. So the fact that we're hosting it means a lot in this facility.
That's
actually
huge.
This facility was recognized by the USTA last
Yes.
fall.
They went to the U.S. Open and
they went all the way to New York. The USTA has recognized it because we host a lot of USTA tournaments throughout the United States. So here we are, action about to begin here. Addison is going to be serving first. Love.
Natalie definitely has some strong ground strokes.
Yeah. And she's been able to just hit forehand. She's running around the backhand just to use the strength of her forehand. But she has different speed.
Yeah.
She's got a 2-hand backhand. This is a long, steady point.
This is, and Ed's doing a good job of keeping those balls deep, not giving Natalie that opportunity to see what she does here if it comes up to the net. That was very good. That was a patient play. Didn't go for anything big until the time was right, and that wasn't even a big, it just drew her into the net.
She kept it low.
Right.
That was the key there. 15 love for the Bulldog. Out. 15 all.
Backhand to the corner there.
Yeah.
Bounced a little high, so she had to take it a little high.
It looks like Natalie's pretty solid on both sides.
Yeah. Nice to the corner. Oh, good lob. It's tough today with the wind.
Addison got it back.
Oh, went for a little much there. She got excited and.
But the thing is you mentioned it right there. It's the wind.
Yeah.
You know, Addison got that ball back. She got one extra shot back.
Yeah.
And Natalie, it forced that error.
Right.
And who knows how the ball's moving on the court a little bit. But
yeah.
When the wind like this, you got to make subtle little adjustments. 30-15.
She's really making her move.
That was a really good angle.
Yeah, it was. Pulled her right off the court.
30 all.
Thought maybe the wind, again, the wind, I thought the wind was going to take that and just pull it back into the court, but wind coming straight out of the, a little bit southwest today. Keep that low again.
Addison did everything right there. She was keeping it down low. I also like how Addison is trying to, well, she has to be defensive, getting some of those balls back, but she's slicing a little bit, and that's going to change this pace. So now it's 30-40 break point for the Eagle. And that's out. Deuce. Just enough on that ball that Addison had the spin and the wind, I think, helped. And
you're right.
Natalie didn't move as well as she could have. Deuce.
Deep shot.
Her returns are nice and deep.
Yeah.
Add out. Break point number 2 for the Eagle.
Yeah, just needed to get up a little quicker there to get her feet. Her feet weren't quite set when she took that one. And nice deep shot.
Yeah, that was right on the line.
Yep.
Honest call by Addison.
Yeah.
That is something with tennis where these athletes out here have to do their own line calls.
Right.
And an athlete could have called that out. But it was right on the line.
Yep.
If it falls on the line, then the ball
Yep.
is good. So we do a little side change here with the Eagle up 1-0.
All right. We want to thank our sponsors, Byron Township, a community on the move.
And Gaines Charter Township. We wouldn't be able to provide this programming for you without the generous support of our sponsors. Thank you.
And we have some gold sponsors, Armored Roofing and Construction.
And the Center for Physical Rehabilitation.
So, yeah, also the only time coaches can talk to athletes are on the side change, but I don't see either Grampus Christian's coach or Coach Crandall around, so looks like they're just going to go ahead and switch sides, and Natalie's going to serve the second game. Nice strong serve.
Addison did a nice job
Yeah.
blocking that back.
And didn't go for anything big, just blocked it back into play and let the point go from there. She does. Oh,
Attempting a lob.
yeah, she pulled her into the net, which was good, but with the wind, you really got to have a lot on that lob today to make sure it's pushed back into the court. And just didn't have enough on that one.
15 love.
Again, nice push back. Went to her backhand.
15-0.
She definitely, Natalie likes her forehand. She's been running around to that side today. Has a solid backhand, but
Yeah, it's obvious she likes her forehand.
she, yeah, definitely
forehand.
runs.
Good call. Addison called that serve out wide.
Get a second chance here. And that's
she
gonna go
forced
wide.
error.
Again, another backhand error on that one.
15-30. Big point. Addison could go up 15-40 or
Right.
go back to 30 all here. So
Yeah.
this is an important point. She can continue just to block that serve back
and
and then get herself into the point, draw an error.
Yeah, and that's what she
gonna
does. See if she does it again, goes to that backhand, which she does. Oh, and just wide.
30 all. Yeah, there's a lot of strategy in tennis.
Yeah.
Thinking of the ball, it's like chess, you know. And I think
Right.
Addison's figured out this girl really likes her forehand.
Yeah. Oh, that was a big serve.
What a serve.
That was, yeah, pulled that one out right in time. Yeah, there's a lot of factors in to be able to adjust and read your opponent and what are they struggling with and play on those struggles. And
Second serve, 40-30, game point.
nice drop shot there, but Natalie does a good job getting up to the net. And that was a much better lob.
Natalie was able to show her speed there.
Yeah,
This is a good point.
yeah.
Shows
She's got good patience at the net. She did a very good job of reading and setting up her shots to have Addison give her a good volley at the net. She brought her out wide and then cut off that angle.
So the Lady Dog here is serving her second game of the set, down 0-2.
Yeah, a lot of times these athletes are thinking, 2-3 points, or 2-3 hits ahead.
There's Addison's experience playing doubles. Did you see how low
Yep.
she got down for that?
Yeah.
It was an excellent volley. Addison's been in these first 2 games. If she just hangs in there, she can make a set of this.
It's definitely
out. It's now 30-love. Natalie was kind of taken off with maybe the speed, the wind there. She didn't expect the ball to be as short in the court. 30-love. So Addison needs to really maybe change up the pace of the ball a little bit.
It's definitely different on that side of the court. The wind is pulling the ball towards the net more, where on the side that Addison is on right now, the wind is pulling it more towards the baseline. So you definitely need to adjust depending on what side of the court you're on.
That's a game.
Yeah.
So Addison now has a game. She's down 1-2, but she won that without losing a point in her service game.
Yeah.
That'll build some confidence for her.
Yeah. Yep. And see if she does the adjustment as she goes to that other side of the net, where the wind is definitely a little bit more of a factor on how you hit the ball. So.
Follow BCTV on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at BCTV25 or on YouTube at BCTV.25 to stay up to date on our productions and news.
I want to thank our silver sponsors, Family Fare
and Fast Signs
and Pete's Grill and Tavern, local restaurant here in Byron Center.
We here at BCTV are always looking for new opportunities to connect with our community, and one that makes the biggest impact is in the form of sponsorship. If you're interested in becoming a sponsor of BCTV and would like more information, call 878-6780. Sponsorship rates are affordable, tax deductible, and help bring you even more community-oriented content.
All right, so let's see if Addison can keep the momentum going here. And break serve and get back on serve.
Good call. That serve was just out. Second serve, love. Good change up.
Yeah.
Natalie does a nice job when she gets pulled back to kind of throw up one of those looper, kind of a rally ball shot.
Yeah.
Rather than going for another Addison's approaching the net and a drop
nice.
Shot. What a
that
point.
was a beautiful drop shot.
Best point of the match.
Yep. Did a good job of being patient, waiting for the opportunity, and then coming to the net and doing that nice volley to finish it off.
Love 15. Nice drop. Responds with a spin.
And just long. That had some nice spin on it. It landed in the court and just kind of died. I think Natalie was waiting for that to bounce up a little bit higher, and it didn't. And I think that threw her off.
Of the two players right now, it does seem like Natalie's more annoyed with the wind than Addison.
Yeah.
But Addison's game, this choppy slicing, it sits better to this quality of weather
just
than Natalie's.
long.
Natalie likes to set up for a good top spin shot off both sides.
Yeah.
Although she does have a good backhand slice shot that I've seen.
Yeah,
30 all.
that slice is definitely deals better with the wind. Like the wind is
it's
much kinder on the slice than
it's
it
a safe
is.
shot, right? It's hard to time
Yes.
a top spin shot that Natalie has when it's windy. Really have to set up well for it. Second serve.
just long.
So Addison has a opportunity to break serve here,
right.
as she did in the first game as well when Natalie served. 30-40. Oh, second serve.
There we go.
Big point right here.
Big point.
Nice angle. Moved up well for that.
Up to the net.
And
Nice
point.
That's where that doubles volley comes in great and breaks that serve and puts her back on serve. So we're tied up at 2-2.
That was so smooth.
Yeah. Yeah, that shows like that doubles experience of working well at the net.
Well, and Addison made that look so easy too.
Yeah.
She was able to drop that shot, but that's not an easy volley to hit. 2-2. Love. We got a match here, Shelly.
Yeah. Ooh, tick the net a little bit.
Net
but
core.
she
Good hustle.
Yeah, she's really moving her. Natalie did a good job of moving Addison around the court on that point.
Love 15.
Again, just pulled her really wide.
That angle. Love 30.
And wide again. That was a good call.
And an important point for Addie to win, because now it's still just 15-30 rather than love 40. Natalie changed things up a little bit on that forehand there. She came under the ball, creating her own little spin, back spin. But
this is definitely the side of the court that's Addison's advantage. She's got strong ground strokes, and she can hit them hard on that side, and the wind keeps them in the way that wind is coming right now. Where when she does it, when she's on the other side of the court, that's when she was getting in a little bit of a trouble that the wind was pushing those balls wide or long.
15-40. Double break point.
Comes to the net again. Did a good job of staying at the net.
I think what Addison has figured out is if she's going to win this match, she's got to get to the net.
Yeah.
She cannot battle Natalie from the baseline.
No.
And Addison is confident in her volley game that she knows that if she can get to the net, she's going to win the majority of those points. It's just being able to
get there. She needs to set up the point.
Yeah, she needs a good approach shot. So 30-40, we still have a break point here. This is a big point here for Addison.
Yeah, like I said earlier, a lot of times they're thinking 2 to 3 shots ahead and setting up, and what do I need to do to get myself in the position to get that approach shot, to get myself to the net. What am I going to force them to give me something that's a little bit shorter?
And there. She forced the
error. Natalie, I think, got a little just impatient with that point.
Mm-hmm.
And
well, I think it's also important to repeat the fact that Natalie is the defending champ at second singles.
Right.
Division 3, which shows that she must have really good baseline game. I mean, for someone to be the state champ.
Yeah.
Addison is in this. She's just got to be crafty.
That was
just
very good. Yep, right down the line to her backhand.
So Addison was down.
And it was low.
15-40, and now she has an add point to win her serve to go up 3-2.
And she is.
She's
there.
up 3-2.
She goes.
Great.
Awesome job. All right. We want to thank our BC Athletic sponsors, Orthopedic Associates of West Michigan.
And the University of Michigan Health West.
Would you like a copy of today's game or any other event covered by BCTV? Not a problem. Get a hold of us at 878-6781 or through our website at www.byrontv.com for either a Blu-ray or DVD of whatever event you're looking for. Blu-rays are only $15. DVDs are just $10. Again, call 878-6781 or visit www.byrontv.com to order your Blu-ray or DVD today.
So Coach Ely here, he's been running the program for at least the last 13 years, maybe 13, 14 years.
He
had two sons that came through the program. Scott graduated, I believe, in 2014.
Yeah.
He had a son, but
I think
that graduated in 2018.
I think he started in 2011 or 12.
Well, he was able to come over here and motivate Addison a little bit, pump her up.
Yeah.
Because this Bulldog is up 3-2 right now against the defending champ, second singles.
And that was a great
serve.
Right up the tee.
15 love. Wow, that serve was awesome. That's the best serve we've seen from her. She had that one earlier that was wide.
Right. A little upset with herself there. And long, double vault. Seeing a little bit of frustration out of her.
Well, I have to admit, I do not enjoy playing tennis with the weather like this.
No.
With the wind, because I have to really adjust and move my feet.
Yes.
This is not easy for these girls out here.
This is definitely footwork is always important in tennis, but in a day like today, it becomes extremely important.
Right. Like that shot right there, Natalie was reaching for it. She needed to be just a little bit closer to the ball.
It was one of those again where that wind is coming out of this back corner by us, and it pulled that ball. Once it bounced, took it and pulled it more towards the net. So you need to kind of keep your feet moving until that very, very last minute to adjust for that any crazy bounce, especially with that slice that Addison's using.
30 all.
It doesn't have as big of a bounce.
No. Back even, 30 all. Nice serve. Blocked it back. Natalie took some off on that forehand.
Yeah.
That was a more controlled forehand. And that one was wide.
Yeah. Yep, and this is that side that we were talking about earlier that the wind is blowing and she likes those strong ground strokes, but she needs to take just maybe a little bit off of it so that the wind can push those out. And a nice drop shot back to the back corner.
Lady Dog is up now, 4-2.
Yeah.
That was a nice shot.
You can really start to see the frustration Natalie's feeling a little bit here.
Well, Natalie actually had a play on that ball. I think maybe she thought it was going out.
Yeah.
But when you're in that position, you have to go for that shot. You can't expect that to go out where she was placed in the, she was at the service line. Here we go with the Bulldog up now, 4-2.
4-2, second serve. Oh, that was a good shot.
Good timing. She took some pace off it.
Took some pace off it, kept it low.
Just kind of guided it down the line there. That was a smart shot.
Yeah, it didn't have a lot on it.
She's hitting the lines.
Yeah.
She's going for those lines. That backhand that she hit, and then those two shots. She's just kind of going down to that consistent shot, feeling comfortable taking that forehand going down the line.
Right.
Love 30.
She's going for some more, just bigger percentage shots instead of coming to the net and just for too much.
I liked the idea that she got to that to change things up a little bit.
Yeah, because she hasn't come, and it is good for. I think it's good for Edison to see, like what can she do? If maybe try to bring her to the net to see what she does up there.
Wow.
Give her some, but she put a lot on that one.
1540. Yeah, if that ball sets where she wants it and she gets a crack at it, Addison's going to have a tough
time getting it back.
Exactly.
That was a good call.
Get out, 30-40.
Going to take it in. But yeah, she just bounced up high enough, and Natalie is able to just put that one away. So she breaks serve, and we're going to go back on to serve here. But Edison is still up 4-3.
We wouldn't be able to provide this programming for you without the generous support of our sponsors. So we'd like to thank first Byron Township and Community on the Move.
And Gaines Charter Township.
The BC Bronze Athletics sponsors are
Orthopedic Associates of West Michigan,
University of Michigan Health West, and XYZ Motors. BC Athletics silver sponsors are
Family Fair,
Fast Signs,
and Pete's Tavern and Grill. Looks like Grand Rapids Christian's coach is going to come over and talk to her, try to sell her down a little bit.
Yeah, I see Coach rolls over there between with the wind nets there. They're really blowing too. Look at those wind nets blowing out.
Yeah, the flag over at the Nichols is just straight out and coming from that southwest area.
Good news for Addison here, though, is the fact that she's been able to win at least one game since she was down 0-2 on every side chain. She's been able to win at least one game.
Yeah.
So she has that mindset. You know what? I'm going to win one game.
One out of these two, and just stay in the match.
Exactly, because she could have this first set.
Yep.
Looks like on second court, Sydney Boucher has gone down a set against her opponent.
And really, they only supposed to have 90 seconds. It's taking a little bit longer.
Yeah, they don't really monitor that much at this dual meet level of the conference, but when they get to the state tournament, that regional tournament, they will be timing them. An official that roams around the facility. Well,
He's come to the net.
Yeah.
There's that double skills right there. Oh, great, but that was a great thought out point.
Mm-hmm.
Came to the net, didn't get worried when that first net shot didn't, put away, just set herself up for another good one, and Natalie pushed that wide.
Love 15.
And wide. And double fault.
Yeah, what I was going to say earlier, that Coach Rolls finally got over here from Eagles because he really wanted to talk to his player, maybe settle her a little bit. Probably can see from a distance as he's watching all 12 courts.
Yeah.
That's what's challenging as a coach because he's out here watching other matches.
Right.
And Coach Crandall is actually running around, but he is...
He's running over to the doubles over there.
Mm-hmm. That was a nice passing shot.
Yes, it was.
I believe that's the first point that Natalie's won with Addison approaching the net.
Right.
And Addison just didn't get the best approach shot there. And Natalie was able to rip it cross court.
Yeah, she needed...
Addison didn't end up get close enough. She didn't have time to get close enough.
Yeah.
But it's still 15-30. Addison's up. Net core. So that's a let.
Yeah. So she'll get that first serve again.
Steady point here, forehand to forehand. Addison's got her backhand, got the backhand to Natalie. And
Just
drew the
long.
error.
Yep.
All. Back even. What a shot.
That was a very good shot.
Yeah, that was that experience in doubles.
Yeah.
Getting a good approach shot. I'm going to get a
right.
good angle.
Yeah,
because
she was ready. Because even if Natalie would have gotten that back, it would have been a higher lob. And she was
definitely
up at the net ready for that. So that was a very, very smart play.
Break point, 30-40. Second serve.
Getting that slice, and you can see Natalie's frustration there. So, yeah, so she's going to go up 5-3.
She can serve out the set right now.
Right now, she's got a...
Regardless of what happens in this set, the fact that Addison was down 0-2.
Right, and came back. It shows a lot of what
because those were
the
tough,
fight that she's got in her.
Those were some tough games for her to get back to 2-2.
Yes. And she was in, both of those first two games that she lost. She was in both of those, but...
Love 15.
She's just got to keep her head on her and... Double fault.
Love 30. Meanwhile, on second court, Sydney's now up 1-0 in the second set.
Yeah.
So she's going to be fighting to get back into that match after losing the first set.
Doing a good job of just blocking those hard ground strokes back. Drops it in. Just wide? Or?
It's right, yep. That's
Yeah.
love 40. Well, Addison's going to have to really dig deep here if she's going to win this game.
No.
Wow.
Yeah.
The quality in that point really just shows
Yeah.
how Natalie's out there thinking, moving the ball around with Addison being very patient.
Right.
Because, like I mentioned earlier, Addison's not going to be able to win this game from the baseline.
Right.
She's going to have to get to the net because Natalie can move the ball around.
Yeah. They're going to switch sides, and, luckily Addison had that break serve earlier, so she is going to have a chance, or they're on serve, but she's just able to, if she can break, which she has been able to break.
She has. We've had a number of breaks.
The last few times Addison served, or Natalie served, Addison has been able to break her serve. So if she can do that here, she can put this first set behind her.
What I like here, though, is they have another coach talking to Natalie.
Yeah.
I see Natalie smiling. I think she knows, okay, I'm not playing as well as I can.
Yeah.
I can get this together and
Yeah.
get through this win, but I like that she was smiling.
Yeah.
Sometimes when someone's down and they're not on their game, they'll show
Yes.
a little
Body
bit
language.
The body language.
says
She
a lot.
still has positive body language.
Yeah.
Although she has been frustrated.
Yes, you could. Yeah, you've been able to see the frustration. Looks like Coach Ely is over there talking through the fence to Addison.
But it's just one of those days. If you're not on your A game, you've got to still figure out a way to play, a way to win.
Yeah.
And the wind is not fun.
It is
But
not.
both sides have to deal with it. And you just have to figure things out. So follow BCTV on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at BCTV25 or on YouTube at BCTV.25 to stay up to date on our productions and news.
All right, looks like we're going to go back into action.
Coach Ely's actually going to invest some time here, coming on over around on the side here. He knows that this is a really big game.
Yes.
Because if Addison breaks this serve again, she can win this first set. That serve was out.
She didn't call
Addison
it out.
didn't call it. Oh. And Coach Ely was right on that line, too.
And that's a hard.
That's a tough point to lose, knowing that that first serve was actually out.
Yeah.
But Addison doesn't know that.
Yeah.
Coach does, though, because he's right there watching it.
Yep.
Here we are, 15-love for the Eagle.
That was another one.
That actually looked wide.
That's 2 missed calls.
Well, what's hard for a coach, though, is coaches aren't able to say anything.
Yeah.
I mean, the athletes are supposed to call those lines, and Eagles up 30-love, just like that.
And net cord. So I think she did call that.
So Natalie gets a first serve. Good block.
Into the net. Right, goes back into this one. 30-15. That was a big point because that was the difference between going down 40-love to still being in this game. That one looked long
That
again.
serve was out.
Yeah.
And I think Addison knows, but she's got to call it.
Yeah.
You cannot stop, think, pause. You have to actually call it immediately.
Call it quickly, and she needs to be confident in those.
Right.
Especially with the game's too close. You know, you don't want to not call it correctly, but those are some obvious. That one I thought tipped the net as well, but maybe not. And that was a great shot.
Addison really wasn't missing those line calls earlier in the set.
No.
It was just in that particular, I saw at least 3 in just one game.
Right.
That doesn't happen often, even in a match.
Right, and that
was a critical game.
Crucial game, and we'll see once. So we're tied back up here at 5. What happens here? Yeah, she's been very honest with her lines and calling them very well, but that game was definitely
15-0.
That one was long. It was the correct call. Yeah, Natalie's not gonna definitely reciprocate on not calling those lines. She's going to take advantage of that.
That was a good point by Natalie.
Yep.
She had a good approach shot, got to the net, and just dropped it short.
Yep.
15-30. What an angle.
Yeah, that was a great angle. Trying to just stay in this game.
That two-hand backhand, just memories of a Chris Ever. I know that's something from your era,
yes,
Shelly.
100%.
That was an awesome angle. Well placed.
Yeah, she did a good job of taking advantage of it.
Yeah.
Just drove it past her. So it's going to be down 30-40 here.
Break point.
This is a crucial game for Natalie here.
Second serve.
And pushes it into the net. So Natalie's going to take both those, and in a turn of events is going to go up, and she's going to serve for the first set, leading 6-5 here in the first.
And Natalie won the last 3 games.
Yeah, so she's definitely got the momentum going. She's got to smile a little bit more as she comes off to talk to the assistant coach. But we want to thank our BC Gold sponsors, Armored Roofing and Construction.
And the Center for Physical Rehabilitation. BC Athletics silver sponsors are Family Fare, Fast Signs, Pete's Grill and Tavern. You hungry there, Shelley?
Love some Pete's.
I do too.
There.
Yeah, they do a nice job there. So follow BCTV on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at BCTV25 or on YouTube at BCTV.25 to stay up to date on our productions and news.
So see what's if Betty, Coach Ely is talking to her a little bit about those few missed line calls that she had.
Yeah, there were at least 3.
Yeah, that really turned that game around. That was definitely could have been hers, and that we could have been in the second set here. But instead, we are now have Natalie serving to close out this first set, but hopefully Addison can hang on and push this to a tiebreaker.
Well, the good news for Addison is the fact that she has broken the serve of Natalie from this side.
A majority of the time, a majority of the time she has been able to break her serve, but we'll see if she can do it this time. And pushes that wide.
15 love.
Go BC.
There's a good call. And that was a great shot.
Let's go.
Pushed it really low, didn't have a lot of bounce on it. So
15 all. So with this this game, we either finish the set or we go into a tiebreak.
Right.
So the first set's going to finish here in the next 5 to 10 minutes. Second serve. Steady point. Boy, Natalie's got a good inside-out forehand that pulls Addie this way, and then she can go down the line.
Too long to
Addie
come
did.
to the net. Yes,
Addie did, yep.
She decided a little bit too much at the last minute to come to the net.
But
She
what
had
I
that
thought you
little
were going to
hesitation.
say is that Natalie waited a little bit to see where Addison committed. on
And
that
she
last
did a
shot,
little bit.
And she was able to hold on to that ball and then went down the line. But she
Right.
had that inside-out forehand, that
Yep.
Steffi Graf.
Yes,
Inside
but
out
yeah,
forehand
Addison
and
just
down the
waited a
line.
little too long to commit to going to the net. She kind of at the last minute decided, ooh, I'm going to run up there, but it was, and yeah, like you said, Natalie was able to just wait to see what that response was going to be before she decided where to take it.
That ball almost looked out.
That
Natalie paid
did,
it.
and so did that one to the wide, so kind of a wash there, but and pushed into the net.
30 all.
Okay, come on. Let's go.
Addison's still alive here.
What a match.
It is. It's been a very close match.
Natalie was able to really show how
Yeah.
athletic she is by getting that overhead, because
Yeah.
Addison had a really good lob there, but
Natalie pushed it back, and she actually had
Addison needed to get that up a little bit higher, but that's hard to control in this wind.
Right,
It
yeah.
pushed Natalie back, but she was able to get that. We are now at set point, the first set point of the match. And it's the windiest as Natalie's trying to compose herself.
Yeah.
The wind just happened to just pick up.
Just kicked up. Oh!
And that's the first set.
Yeah. Yeah, that was a tough one to try to get. Boy, this wind, has definitely kicked up. Now it's coming like straight out of the west, so it's gonna it's pushing it right across the court.
So this is the first set here. The girls can talk to their coaches again, and they have a long side change. It's not quite the 90 minutes. It's actually, I believe it's 2 minutes.
2 minutes during side change, and then it's 5 between if they would go 3 sets. So that one 7-5. So what started as looked like Grandpa's Christian started really, really strong in that first set, taking those first 2 games, and
then Natalie got Addison got the momentum.
Yep, she kind of like found her rhythm and was able to get, like we said, at least one of those 2 games every side change, and pushes that serve a little bit wide here to start the second set.
Meanwhile, on court 2, Sydney Boucher is now down 2-3
at
second singles, but she's still, that was a good point that she just hit. She's working hard over there.
Yeah. I see a 6-5 down on the court 4 down there.
That would be our Italian exchange student, Viola.
So, tight match there as well.
Can you see if she has the 6 or the 5?
It looks like, if the scorecard's right, it looks like she's the 6. As Byron is the green background today, so she's going in accordance. Then she's got the 6, and
Natalie has started the second set just banging away those ground strokes again, and she's more relaxed now, I'm sure, with that first set under her belt.
Yeah. She does come to the net here, and that was just a drop shot back to that corner.
Good point by Addison.
Yeah.
15-30. Looks like Viola's at the net down there, Shelly, if you can see. Switched those scorecards.
Yep, so scorecards went to 0-0, so she must have won that first one, 7-5. So
good call. That was out.
That was long. Took her in and just gave it that high shot. She had to really reach for it and pushed it long.
So Addison starts the second set as she did the first set by losing her first service game, down 0-1. She's going to be fighting again.
Yeah, let's see what Natalie does with this. So want to thank our sponsors, Byron Township, a community on the move.
And Gaines Charter Township.
And then our BC Athletic sponsors, Orthopedic Associates of West Michigan.
And the University of Michigan Health West.
It's like no coaches around here for this side change, so just going to go right into Natalie serving here in the second game of our second set.
Just an observation here, when Natalie was struggling a little bit in the first set, I noticed that she was rushing through her first and second serves.
There's a double fault, though.
And I thought she rushed a little bit there as well. Gotta take your time. And we haven't really discussed the wind with the toss, but the toss is difficult sometimes with the wind.
Yeah, it does make a big difference. You have to make those adjustments. Can't do those high tosses on a day like today. And your toss is going to look different from one side of the court to the other side of the court. Addison playing a patient point there.
That was a good play by Natalie. And that ball fell in. I didn't hear a call from Addison, but that was smart.
I think it caught that back corner. Nice drop shot. Natalie's coming to the net. Oh.
That was a tough shot by Addison, though.
It was. Natalie had a couple opportunities there to put those away at a little bit better angles.
Yeah, that last one, Addison was just good. It was good enough just to kind of push Natalie back that she didn't have a real good overhead. That ball was out. I think the Lady Bulldog is now up in this game. It is break point.
Yeah.
30-40. Here we go. Natalie took a little bit off on that.
Yeah.
She got the ball back deep, but she didn't bang it as hard as we've seen her hitting that forehand. Back to deuce.
Back to deuce. She is able to hit a volley back short, usually on an angle. Add in. Nice passing shot.
And on that passing shot, she goes up 2-0.
Right, so we're back to kind of where we started in the first set. So we'll see if Addison can turn it around like she did in that first set and come back and push back for this.
Those two games that when Addison was down 0-2, those were tough games for her to get back to 2-2. She's going to have to really dig deep.
Yeah.
Because it does look like Natalie's more relaxed now.
Yeah.
I've seen her smiling. She's got some crowd support over here that she keeps looking over and she's smiling. She's just more relaxed. But she's not invincible. You know, she's still making those little errors right there like that. That forehand is rock solid, though.
Yeah.
15 love.
Oh, that's a very...
That's an error on the forehand.
Right.
We haven't seen too many of those. That's a miss hit.
Yeah.
30 love.
That's a rarity right there.
So Addison had a little short toss there. She needed to get the ball up a little higher, but on a windy day, it's hard to have a higher toss.
Right. and
what
took
a return.
advantage of that softer serve and just
that second
pushed
serve
across
is usually the shortest ball you're going to get into the court, and that
Right.
was certainly a shorter
She
serve.
took advantage of that.
Mhm.
Really strong cross-court shot. Again, nice cross-court. She's going to take advantage of
Wow.
that. She just comes up and just fires that. She's definitely got that nice forehand cross-court shot
It's
when
almost like
she
we need
gets
to-
set up.
Yeah, we need that theme from Jaws.
Yeah.
Dun it, dun it,
Yeah.
and she just gets right up there and sets right up and bang, she hits
Yep.
it.
Pulled out a nice backhand slice there to give her.
Addison's doing a nice job. All D.
Yep.
There we
and
go.
She was very patient. She didn't let it get frustrating that that Addison was still getting to those balls, and she stayed in a good position at the net and cut off those angles.
Score is 30-40. Bulldogs have the 30, the Eagle has 40.
And again, gonna come up to the net, see what she does.
Oh,
And just
she missed it.
Yeah, she knows it. She had that opportunity.
That was game point for her
Yeah.
to break, to go up 3-0.
Yeah, now we're gonna go back to deuce. So she knew that was going to be a big point. That would have put her in a very comfortable spot. So see what happens here. Strong return. She's doing a good job just firing those shots deep.
Nice backhand cross court. Ooh, Addison.
Oh, what a hustle to the net. And
What a point.
yes, and she set that up so well because Addison, pulled her and thought for sure that she was going to go to that open court. And so Addison, hustling back to that open side, and Natalie just pushed it right back to right where she was and didn't have a shot.
Mm-hmm.
Smart play.
And there's the
And
game.
pushed it wide. So Natalie's going to go up 3-0 here in the second set. Addison kind of looking around to see if a coach is close by, but
It's one of those things here in tennis, though, is the coach isn't always around, and players really have to think for themselves
Yeah.
and work through these tough situations.
Yeah,
Our
figure out
sport's a
how
very
they-
unique sport in that way.
yes,
because
100%. And they,
coaches aren't around watching all the time.
yeah, and need to figure out how they're going to adjust on their own to the situation and see if they can dig deep. So we'll see if she can make the adjustment that's needed, because Natalie's going to go ahead and serve here as she leads 3-0 in the second set. The wind's picking up again.
It is.
It rained a little earlier in the day, and nice shot.
Nice and low.
Yeah, low to her backhand. That would have been a tough volley as is. And
Yeah, I think what helped us today was it was still raining pretty hard around 1 o'clock, but the wind helped dry up
dry
the courts.
these courts, yeah, because it can take a bit to dry the courts. But yeah, the wind, I'm sure, definitely helped that out.
Love 15.
And just gonna get a second shot at that one as it hit the net cord and still went in the box. So she'll get a second shot at that first serve. Yeah, Wynn definitely took that toss a little bit behind her. And push that long.
Yeah, I really like how Natalie has that drive that she can drive through the ball, and then
Yeah.
the next shot, if she gets pushed back a little bit, she
She
really
can
has
take
that nice rally ball where she just
Yeah.
kind of pushes it back with a high loopy shot.
Yeah.
Like she's a very smart player.
Right. Got a lot of good strategies under her belt.
15-0.
Good job coming to the net. Just punched it back, didn't put a big swing on it. Just blocked it back, put it at a good angle.
She makes it look so easy.
Yeah.
It's not an easy shot.
It's
but
not.
Addison is so athletic that she's able to do that. She's so quick.
Caught that corner. Wow, that's a great foul. Great lob there.
Yeah.
Addison
The
did a
wind
great-
kind of helped Natalie there
Yeah.
because that ball looked like it was going out.
Oh, yeah. That was yeah.
Meanwhile, on court two, Sydney Boucher is down 3-4, so she's still in that second set.
Yeah.
She's serving, so they're on serve. And that's after losing the first set, 0-6, so she's fighting over there.
Looks like third singles is done, and it looked like the green background, which is Byron Center, had a 5 on that scorecard, so they may have taken that third singles.
You're glad that freshman is a good freshman coming out for the team this year. That's Mallory
Johnson, yeah. And that was long.
That serve was out.
Yeah, it was. I thought for sure she was going to call that.
But we do have a different angle here, too.
Yes.
That shot was
Yeah.
out.
So,
See if we can hear the score from Addison here because they're on the ad side.
love 30.
She said love 30, but she's serving
Yeah,
in the
from
ad.
the wrong side. Yeah.
Right. We'll see if either girl catches that. I believe that Natalie thinks that that's game.
Yep.
So that was actually love 40.
Yeah. So that was a big game for Madison because that puts her up 4-1 here on the changeover. I want to thank our gold sponsors, Armored Roofing and Construction and the Center for Physical Rehabilitation. And Byron Township, a community on the move, and Gaines Charter Township. We're so thankful for them for making these events possible. You can follow BCTV on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at BCTV25 or on YouTube at BCTV.25 to stay up to date on our production and news. So we're going to have Natalie serving here, leaving 4-1 in the second set. And that first serve just long. And calls that one just out.
So freshman Mallory Johnson won that match at third singles, 6-2, 6-2.
Nice. Nicely done.
It appears to be the first
Yeah, it looks
match
like it's
off
the
the court.
Yeah.
So the Byron team is up 1-0.
just long. Yeah, Addison really needs this game to get back into this set, because yeah, if Natalie takes this game, she goes up with a comfortable 5-1 lead.
Well, she's got a chance. It's love 30 here.
Yeah, she really needs to. There she goes.
Love 40.
Love 40.
Here we go. Triple break point for the Bulldog.
Natalie knows it. She needs to really. This is a big game. Wow. Yeah, Natalie really played that point quite conservatively. She's realizing the importance of this game here. Still got to dig herself out of a little bit of a hole.
15-40.
Struggling a little bit on that first serve here.
Right, but I like how she took her time here and she collected that ball.
Yeah.
She's been rushing through some of those first and second serves.
And long.
Yeah. So that is a game for Addison.
Addison's gonna see if she can hold on to serve here to bring this back. This is a big game here. Good job of getting up to the net. That was tough.
And she made sure she didn't.
And right at her. That's a tough volley right at the body, especially with this wind.
Good point by Addison.
Yeah.
And Natalie did a nice job making sure she didn't hit the net.
Yes.
If
Yeah.
she hit the net,
Her momentum was bringing her all the way in, and she almost ran it. She put the brakes on really well to not push her body into the net.
And Addison won that point.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, on the second court, the Eagles have their first win.
Yeah.
Sydney lost to her opponent. It looks like it was 6-0, 6-3.
Not quite enough to get that over.
Must be 30-15.
Yep. Nice shot.
She has that inside-out forehand, and then she hits that next shot right down the line.
Yep. She pulls her wide for those two shots, and then opened up that court. So we're tied back up at 30.
Well, now it's
now it's head out. Yeah.
Break
So this
point.
is another big game for Natalie. If she can get this and go to serve out the set. And she does. So she's going to have a chance to serve out the match here. She's leading 5-2.
Yeah, Addison didn't get that lob that she needed there.
Yeah.
It's hard to lob on a windy day.
It is. It's hard to lob on a calm day sometimes. But, yeah.
Well, we wouldn't be able to provide this programming for you without the generous support of our sponsors. We'd like to thank them.
Want to thank our gold sponsors, Armored Roofing and Construction.
And the Center for Physical Rehabilitation.
Along with our silver sponsors, Family Fair.
Fast Signs.
And Pete's Grill and Tavern.
BC Bronze athletic sponsors are
Orthopedic Associates of Western Michigan.
and the University of Michigan Health West.
And as always, we thank Byron Township, a community on the move.
And Gaines Charter Township.
All right, so we're going to see here if Natalie is going to serve this match out as she leads 5-2.
Wow, what a point.
That was a great. She really set that up. Just spectacular. Start to finish, it was a nice, solid point.
15 love.
good choice.
Yeah, not to hit that toss.
Yeah, that was the first time that we've had one that they've not hit their toss, and they had that opportunity to do that. Again, in this wind, that wind's coming from that direction is going to pull that lob along.
30 love. So last week, Shelly, you and I were at the South Christian match, and we were able to watch some doubles, first doubles.
Yeah.
And the South Christian girls won 6-0, 6-0 against the Kennewa Hill team.
Yes. And what a difference the weather makes, because that was a nice sunny warm day, and today not as much, but still good tennis today.
Very good tennis. 40 love.
Got 3 chances at match point here.
Oh.
Addison not giving in yet.
Dropping it short. 40-15. We still have a double match point. 40-15 for the Eagle here, serving it out.
Nice drop shot.
Oh, she kept it low.
Yeah, she did.
Oh, and she got the pass.
Yes, she
Good
did.
pass by Addison.
Yeah. Yeah, it's kind of surprised Natalie. I think she thought it was going to
go wide.
Get pushed wide, and so she didn't even try for it.
She didn't. But Addison's a fighter, though. She's going to make Natalie earn this match.
Right. So still one more match point here.
40-30.
See if she pulls one of those big serves that we've seen in the past out of her pocket here. No. Seems like those big serves have come from the other side of the court, though, too.
She drew the error. I was actually going to say, you know, she's got to change up the rhythm a little bit.
Yeah.
Maybe do a little slice. I know it was a little bit of a mishit, but she drew that error.
Yep.
And we're back to 40 all
Yeah.
deuce. Look at Addison smiling over it.
Yeah.
She knows she got.
She's got a chance here. It's not over yet.
She got lucky on that shot. She was working. She was fighting. Here we go. Deuce. Fell in. Bang. She's got that forehand. Good point.
Pushed it long. So another opportunity here for Natalie to
Third match point.
put this match away. She was definitely patient on that one. She knew she needed to let the point right out.
And out.
She got
Deuce.
super aggressive on that. She knows it. She's telling
She's saying,
herself,
like, what are you doing? What are you doing?
Just be patient, let that point play out. She just tried to finish it before it was ready. Back to deuce.
Good serve.
Very good serve. Right up the middle.
Steady point here. That backhand that she has is very consistent.
Yeah.
I don't think she's had too many winners on it today.
No.
I remember that one that she was able to guide it down the line.
Yeah.
And
She
she has her fourth match point.
Yeah.
That was a nice steady point.
Yeah, she doesn't have a lot on her backhand like she does on her forehand. Her forehand's definitely her stronger shot, but it's just very consistent.
And she's got a nice little drop shot on that backhand, too, that's helped her out in this match. Okay, here we go. Add in for the fourth time, serving for the match. Boy, that was a close call on the serve.
It was.
Addison played it, though.
Oh, man, that's strong forehand.
Nice, consistent cross-court backhand. Addie at the net.
And pushed it in. Oh, that's a heartbreaker way to go. But so the Eagles take that second set 6-3, right?
No, 6-2.
Or 6-2. 6-2. So Eagles come out ahead on that one, 7-5, 6-2. And we want to thank you again for joining us on behalf of myself, Shelly Nowson.
And Randall Domeyer.
We look forward to seeing you again at our next match. Have a good night.